Santosh Mishra. He is currently director of the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center in Fiji. Mr. Mishra, thank you very much for taking out the time for joining us. Can you help us understand, sir, what are your thoughts as you are watching this from Fiji about the buzz that is being generated, not just in India, but everywhere else about Ayodhya, sir?
Hello, good evening, and Jai Sri Ram to everyone. First of all, let me correct you, Saurav. I have just completed my assignment as director of Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center in Fiji. I have come back to Delhi. Now I am joining you from Delhi itself. But I give you a perspective. Actually, I have visited many countries on government assignments, and I have myself studied the cultural aspect of India, which is present across the globe. Presence of Lord Ram across the world is all pervasive. And particularly the countries in which I was posted, like in Trinidad and in Fiji, it is all the more present. Ramayana, Ram Charitmanas, Hanuman Chalisa, all these things are very much present there, and people follow. To give you the genesis of globalization of Lord Ram, from whatever little knowledge I have, from historical perspective, as your honored guest joining from Philippines said, that there has been an ancient linkage, particularly from the countries in Southeast Asia, and Sri Lanka is, of course, it is part of Ramayana. But later on, when the Indian diaspora went across the world, they took Lord Rama's story everywhere.
Okay, so let me ask you pointedly, sir, in the Fiji, which you just come back from, what was it? Is the Ramayana performed there? Is it something that is actually viewed there? Is it just the people who happen to be of Indian ethnic descent, or is it reasonably well known?
Yes, out of more than 32 million people migrating from India and settling across the world, you have many people who were taken by the Britishers during their regime as on agreement. They are popularly called as Girmitiyas. And these Fiji is among that country that has about 50% of population of Indian descent. And most of the population which is settled there are from the heartland of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, mostly from around the Ayodhya. So when they went about 150 years back, they took a copy of Ramayana and Gita with them, and they continued practicing their worship of Lord Rama and chanting Ramayana and Ramcharitmanas. Now, you will be very pleased to know that it's a very tiny country with a tiny population of less than 1 million, out of which less than 50%, almost 40% are of Indian descent in Fiji. And you will have more than 2,000 Ramayana Mandalis. Almost in every village there is one Ramayana Mandali, which sits on every Tuesday evening, and they chant Ramcharitmanas, and they chant Hanuman Chalisa, and they all sorts of ceremonies. You will find a copy of Ramcharitmanas in their temples, and they worship it, and they call it Ramayana Maharani. Ramayana Maharani, interestingly. And even their day-to-day living, they use the evidence like Ram Ram. When they greet, they tell Ram Ram. When I was in Trinidad also, you will be glad to know that their greeting is Sita Ram. In Trinidad, people of Indian descent call Sita Ram. One more thing I would like to add here for Fiji, that it's not only people of Indian descent, but the indigenous people, tribal people of Fiji, have also, in a large number, have joined their congregation. And some of the Ramayan mandalis there are exclusively formed by the local tribal people. So you can say in a way that Lord Ram is no longer limited to only Hindus, but it is, it has gone all sections of the
Okay.
population around the world. Yes.
Okay, quick thought, sir, just to again put in perspective. Now, what was your then understanding? Because you mentioned the Girmitia's lovely book, Ambassador Baswati Mukherjee has written, in fact, on indentured labor and how it was taken from starting with Bengal and other parts of the country to all over, Fiji, the Seychelles, being Mauritius, being prime locations. So, sir, in a current context, what do you think, assess, would be the interest about this Ram temple in Ayodhya? Would it be for the people living in Fiji an event or a place that they would now aspire to seek to visit?
They are really very enthusiastic about the Ram temple coming up finally. And they do visit otherwise also for so many years because it is their ancestral land. And Lord Rama is their kind of, it's in the center of their all the actions of cultural aspects. So they are very much enthusiastic. I have been in touch with the people in Fiji even after coming back to Delhi, and they are very enthusiastic,
Okay.
and they are coming in hordes, and they will visit the temple and pay their obeisance. It's of course the lifetime event for most of them, and they have been aspiring for it, that when the temple will come up and they will go and visit.
Okay. Fascinating to get a perspective from you. Appreciate your thoughts and joining us on this telecast. That was Santosh Mishra. He just returned.
Thank you,
He was
sir.
the director of the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center, working with the High Commission of India in Fiji.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.